the last trading session of Friday, gold spot printed a closing price little above $1,901 higher than the closing price of last week, and on the week as all, gold traded as low as 1,894 and as high as $1,931 per ounce. Numbers are rounded and the market is closed. Gold is trading in a bullish trend. We are above all the daily simple moving averages except the 50 days daily simple moving average. And for the RSI readings, it's moderate in all the charts except the monthly chart is still a little overbought. And for the supports are seen at 1900. If broken, then 1880. If it broken, you will see 1800 most likely. The resistance levels, it's 1921, then 1933, and then 1950. That's all. Move on to the calendar. On the economic calendar for the coming week and from the United States, we're waiting for the following economic headers to be released. The core durable goods orders, this is going to be released on Tuesday, and we're waiting also on Tuesday for the CP consumer confidence, and on Thursday we're waiting for the GDP quarter to quarter for the third quarter and all the GDP figures. That's all for the economic calendar. Move on now to the strategy. Hi again. The financial markets are obviously heading into one of the most uncertain periods in this year. On the one hand, we got the US elections. We are 1 week away from the US elections. You know, in the coming few days, things are going to heat up. We're going to see things that is going to create volatility in the financial markets, including commodities. On the other hand, we got the rising infections of the coronavirus worldwide, and we are seeing, watching governments are coming under heavy pressure from the people to do something about it. Maybe lockdowns. I don't know what they are going to do about it, but it's gonna affect the financial markets by a way or another. Back to gold. On the last week, we have seen uh, uh, gold underperforming. Gold couldn't make a higher high on the last week on the weekly chart, and we ended the week actually with a shooting star, which is a very bearish sign that precedes a sell-off. As I said, on the coming few days, in the coming week, especially market is going to be highly complicated. It's hard to get to what is happening really, because you have very complicated situation. There's some factors that increases the chance that we are heading into a deflationary period, uh, like lockdown, and there is something like tells us that we are heading into an inflationary period, like the stimulus bill and the elections, whatever. We are going to throw some light now on the gold cycle. The cycle has nothing to do. It surely has something to do with the events that has happening around, but it has nothing to do with the fundamentals. It's the price action with the time. Moving on, this is the chart of gold. This is for our time frame. I brought this chart here just to show you something interesting. Gold uh, usually does have some sort of a very short-term cycle. It lasts for 2 weeks, calendar weeks, and this cycle, it's like a turning point. Either gold will top or bottom within this cycle. If you look at this cycle at the pointing arrow that I put here, you will see that I'm pointing to a high that there was after that period of time there was no higher than this high, and this was on 12th of October. So gold from 12th of October till 26th of October, which is 2 weeks, did not or couldn't make a higher high than the one that we have had on 12th of October, which means, or I'm trying to tell you, that the coming cycle, which will start from around the 26th of October and last until 9th of November, we should see most likely a bottom in this cycle, which means gold could dip heavily to maybe nearby 1800, and this should be ahead of 9th of November. From there, the prices of gold should stabilize and start to move up again, if my forecast is correct. I brought this here because, as I said, there is highly conflicting fundamentals, and we got to put the fundamentals aside and look at some sort of numbers. However, that's it for this week. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week in another video.